Hello there.
Okay, so recently there has been some rumors circulating about that there is potential that we may see Avengers vs. X-Men for Avengers 5 leading up to Avengers Secret Wars, where the multiverse will break completely and we will see Battleworld. This may be a move for Marvel to try to minimize Kang's involvement in these movies, but still keep him involved as the main villain. We're going to break it all down in this video, from theories to rumors about Avengers vs. X-Men for Avengers 5. If you guys enjoy my Marvel content, consider subscribing. Let's get into the video.
The Atomic Fair.
Now, recently Cosmic Book News published an article, which they have had shaky sources, but I actually think there could be some evidence to support this one. I actually think it could be a valid claim, but they've talked a lot about the future of the storylines of the MCU, and there are some really exciting prospects on a total side note from this. The Midnight Suns, Kingpin's reign being developed into some storylines across various Marvel projects like Spider-Man 4 and Daredevil Born Again, as well as World War Hulk, which I'll break down in another video. But there is also a segment that talks about Deadpool 3 in the age of the mutants. Now, you have to think about the fact that Marvel is also trying to get away from Kang because of everything that happened in Jonathan Major's personal life, from him, still fighting these charges and everything. They're obviously going to recast the character and put him on the back burner up until his reintroduction in the Avengers 5 or 6 film. But until then, they kind of need something to stave over the fans. And I think it is a perfect way, just on a theory side before we even get to the evidence, I think it's a really perfect way for them to segue into Avengers Secret Wars by having the Avengers vs. X-Men, and maybe in some way being controlled by Kang, or maybe having sort of a civil war between the two because they have disagreements over how to handle the multiverse collapsing. I think that's very much a possibility. Now, basically, if I remember the storyline correctly, it has been years since I've read it, but Avengers vs. X-Men deals with the Phoenix Force returning and it wanting to possess Jean Grey and Cyclops' daughter. Basically, the Avengers take her and keep her under lock in their compound. The X-Men are trying to take her back and take her to the X-Mansion. The whole time, the Phoenix Force is returning, and it ends with a big blowout match between all of them, as well as the introduction of the Phoenix 5, where the Phoenix Force possesses like 5 different major characters from Marvel. One of them is Colossus, which I think is badass. Anyways, I think there's a big potential for that similar storyline to happen in the movies, but instead of them dealing with the Phoenix Force, they're dealing with the collapse of the multiverse. Now, let's get into some of the evidence from Cosmic Book News that talks about Avengers vs. X-Men and whether it will be coming in Avengers 5. Now, they don't cite any direct sources here, but I'll just read what they said. They said, "We can confirm from our sources that there have been discussions about mutants having a more pronounced role in the upcoming phase of the multiverse saga than initially anticipated. This is in hopes of establishing mutants in a more meaningful way on Earth 616 before the conclusion of the saga. Some ideas include a mutant series on Disney Plus, focusing on individual stories for several mutants, a la What If, or an X-Men film under the Marvel Studios brand down the road prior to Avengers Secret Wars." I'm not sure if that one is going to happen because I know there's a rights issue that lasts at least until 2026. And that's a big reason why they're using the Fox X-Men in Avengers Secret Wars and not introducing the X-Men until probably after Secret Wars. But it says, according to one source, another idea that's been tossed around involves the Avengers vs. X-Men film set between the members of the 616 Avengers and the X-Men. However, it's still too early to discuss as the X-Men have not yet made their way to the 616 universes just yet. So really, the more I think about it, I think there's a big chance that we see Avengers vs. X-Men in Avengers 5 leading up to Secret Wars, where they team up to take on Kang. But comment down below and let me know what you guys think. They also could still have Kang as the villain of Avengers 5 and just throw in elements of the Avengers vs. X-Men story. But either way, I'm really placing my bets on them weaving elements of Avengers vs. X-Men into Avengers 5, especially since Marvel, and especially under the banner of Disney, has become so knee-jerky and reactive to the success or failure of particular films. If Deadpool 3 takes off and makes close to $2 billion, or makes more than Spider-Man No Way Home or something insane like that, which I think is very possible, I think there's a huge chance of them incorporating the X-Men in a really, really big way going forward. Comment down below what you guys think about this video. And for this one, that's all I got, guys. So until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.